I'm Kevin Tidwell with HSPN Networks at the 2007 SEMA show. I'm at the Subaru booth. I've caught up with Travis Pastrana. We're in front of the 22B. Travis, what does this sticker mean to you?
Mark was basically pretty much the best guy in the U.S. He came, it was the first guy that I've ever really got to drive in a WRC car with. When I was 16, went over to England, and he took me for a ride basically in a WRC factory-back Subaru, and it was one of the best moments of my life. And he really helped build U.S. Rally when he came over to race over here with us. And unfortunately he had an accident, went off, and just hit just wrong, and they ended up, him and his co-driver, they died. And it was a hard moment for Rally everywhere, but especially for me. It was a guy that my mentor and a guy that I really looked up to.
How much influence did he have over your rally style and sort of how you went about learning to rally and hone your skills?
Well, I mean, Mark was the first person, like I said, that I drove with, first person I got to see how it was done, and obviously that has more of an impact than probably anything else. So he actually spent 3 days with me over at Sweet Lamb, which is basically a really nice facility overseas for testing, and it just kind of got my basics down, and I think he really helped my rally career into the right start, I guess.
No, I hate to go this way, but rallying also lost another legend recently, Colin McRae. How close were you and Colin? What kind of influence did he have on your rallying?
Well, Colin was more of a hero of mine, growing up. He was the guy that I always looked up to, the guy that, was kind of checker wrecker. He just went for broke. I loved his style. He didn't care about championship. He just wanted to go and put on a good show. And, it was cool when I got to meet him. He became even more of a hero to me because, he didn't have to, but he really took me under his wing. And, even though we were like rivals at one point at X Games, he was trying to help me out as much as possible. And, especially with the world stuff to make notes better. And, definitely in the last 2 years, I became really close with him, and it's just tough. I mean, the guy was invincible. I perceived him to be completely invincible, and when something like that happens, especially with his son and then the helicopter as well, it's just devastating.
Now, rallying is risky, obviously, by these two tragedies, but you sort of push the envelope when it comes to risk taking. What is jumping out of a plane? Where does this come from?
I don't know. We did. I mean. I pretty much just like to have fun, that's come from a motocross background. Did a lot of base jumping the last couple years, and did a triple backflip into the Grand Canyon, and then decided, saw Johnny Utah on Point Break, jumped out of a plane with no chute. I was like, all right, I think I can do that, and I just wanted a picture put up in the living room, It's cool.
Video. I mean, how did this happen? Who called you? Who did you call? How did you set it up? When did you decide to wear no clothes practically?
I had board shorts on. It was cool. No, but basically that was just something we did for fun. I mean, it was tough. We had to go actually to Puerto Rico to get it done because no pilots would let me jump out of their plane without a parachute, and it was hard to find a bunch of, shouldn't say renegade kids that would pick me up, but that was pretty much the only guys that would do it. A lot of guys were just kind of against it. It's not hard, especially with the right guys. It worked out really well. Obviously, I'm still here. They picked me up on the way down, so it was good.
So literally, you had to look to these two guys when you were getting in the plane and said, I'm putting my life in your hands, basically. You jump out of an airplane without a parachute. They both have parachutes. They jump out and they catch you?
That's correct.
And what's that like? What's that feeling like to know that you have a greater chance of dying at that moment than you probably ever have?
Not really. Everything's a calculated risk. I mean, every time you walk across the street, obviously there's some risks that are bigger than others, and it's not something I want to do every day. But I had trust in the guys, and I was surprised on the way down they didn't say, I know we negotiated before, but how much is it worth now? But no, they were good guys, so it was fun times.
If someone wants to see that video, is there something they can watch on television or on the internet?
Yeah, we actually video will come out here in about a week or two called Thrillbillies. So just go to nitrocircus.com and check it out. It's pretty fun.
All right, Travis, thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.